Hello students, welcome to my class, that is Chemistry Gurukul, and today I am going to deliver you the introductory part of chapter 1, that is some basic concepts in chemistry. Students, in today's our class we will not study chemistry, we will just enjoy chemistry. By knowing how it evolved, how it developed, how it got matured, and how it is helping us. We cannot imagine our day-to-day life without chemistry. Everywhere from the beginning in the morning till night, you could see that lots of objects and things which we come across is only because of chemistry. Since your childhood, you are being studying the science subjects, and it is further divided into different categories like biology, physics, and sometimes mathematics also. So chemistry is a part of science which deals with the properties, reactions, and preparations of different types of chemicals. Understood? So it is a branch of science which deals with all these things. Now in this today's topic, I'm going to discuss all these points which is written over here on whiteboard. First is development of chemistry. See children, chemistry was developed not its own. It developed after the sake of people when some observations and experiments were going through in our society. Have you heard about philosopher's stone? I hope you might have heard it. That is known as Paras ka Patthar, which means in ancient time this stone was used to just change the characteristic of other metals which when they came into contact with that stone. So during that time this branch of science got evolved, and near about I think 13th century the development started, and it leads to more higher level up to 17th century. And later on in history you might have studied about different developments, even the industrial development. During that time also chemistry evolved in terms of pharmaceuticals, in terms of textile industry, in terms of paints and dyes. So after 19th century the development gradually increased, but in our country the medicines were generally used according to the Ayurvedas. So this is how the development of chemistry took place. Now importance of chemistry. In our day-to-day life, lots of importance are there. You all are aware of medicines, different types of chemicals which we use at home, detergent, shampoos, even the plastics also, they are gifted by the chemistry only. Okay? And nowadays it is a part of science just to develop any country. In warfares also, the preparation of the weapons and even the defense organization, they use such products to develop or enhance their products. Now nature of matter. Nature of matter, this topic you have studied in your junior classes also. Nature of matter means what type of nature matter has. It has the nature that it can have its own mass and it occupies space. This is the definition you have been studying since your childhood. Next is states of matter. In our previous classes we have already done this topic, that is matter is generally categorized into 3 categories, but nowadays 5 categories are there. But we have to study only 3 states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases. And their further physical properties also you have studied. So this point also been known to you. Next, properties of matter and their measurements. Okay, This part is very important and you should know about, because it also comes under the category that is basic concept, because in this heading we are just talking about the basic concepts. So basic concepts of properties of matter you all are knowing, and their measurements also, physical measurements, like we will talk here, mass and weight, their volume, their density and their temperature. This you have done in your junior classes. Understood? Now next is, here in chemistry as well as in physics you will come across SI units, and in your junior classes also you have studied about SI units, that is the International System of Units, and it has 7 base. So this clip is given in my video clip, you could go there and watch it and even note it down in your notebooks. Okay, so up to this I have completed. Now uncertainty in measurement, we will talk about the scientific notations here. What are scientific notations? You sometimes come across some digits, like suppose 145.2 is written, and if you want to replace this decimal towards the left hand side, you could also write it in this way, 1452 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. Means this way of writing is termed as scientific notation. So here we will talk about the accuracy and measurements of different digits. So today in this topic, the most important part which will be asked in your exam is regarding significant figures. Now what are significant figures? See, whenever we do experiments in labs, so we come across some minute error. It could be either by the person who is doing that experiment, or there might be some error in the equipment also. So we take at is a measurement. Suppose I have taken a measurement of 1.652 and the other person has taken the measurement as 1.653 and the third person has taken the measurement of 1.654. So we can take here the other figures as significant figure and the last digit is taken as the uncertain figure here. Means you could say that the last, except the last digit, all other figures are exact or certain digits. So whenever we do experiments, only the last digit is uncertain, rest are certain digits. So this is the concept here. Now you have to follow certain rules. You will also write these rules for determining the significant figures in your notebook so that you can remember it and you can practicize it. Okay, so first rule is all non-zero digits are significant. Here I have given you one example. Suppose 3.132. It has 4 significant figures. How? Because there is no zero in between them. So this digit has 4 significant figures. Similarly here 1.76 has 3 significant figures. No zero is present in between any number. Similarly 5.4 has 2 significant figures. Next is 6.2316 has 5 significants. Again there is no zero in between. So all non-zero digits are significant figures. First point you have to keep it in your mind. All non-zero digits are significant figures. Now second rule. Zeros between two non-zero digits are significant. Means suppose I am telling you 5.02. So 0 is in between 5 and 1. So here you have to calculate that 0 also as significant figure. So in that 3 significant figures will be there. Similarly here I have taken one example. 3.01 has 3 significant figures. Third point is the zeros preceding to the first non-zero number, that is to the left of the first non-zero number, are not significant. Such zeros indicate the position of decimal point. Now, in the third point, you could see here 0.324 has three significant figures. In this point, you have to keep it in your mind that if 0 is present on the left hand side of all the digits, then it will not be included in the significant figure, in determining the significant figure. Similarly, here also 0.003 is written. It has only one significant figure. In the similar manner, if I ask you 0.024, so how many significant figure will it have? It will have two significant figure because zeros are present on the left hand side. Okay. Now the last point which you have to keep it in your mind is all zeros placed at the end or to the right of a number are significant provided they are on the right side of the decimal point. See, it is just the reverse of the third point. Here we could see that when the zeros are on the left hand side, you will not include them, but here when it is on the right hand side, you have to include it. So here these 2 points are just reverse of each other. Here I have taken one example, 0.0200. It has three significant figures. The zeros which are present on the left hand side of the digit, it will not be included in significant figure. However, when it is present on the right hand side, it will be included for determining the significant figures. Similarly, here you could see that 243.000. Now zeros are present on the right hand side of the digits numerals, so it has 6 significant figures. I hope you have understood these all rules and you will practice in your copies. That's it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.